Hi, this is MJ here doing my walkthrough on my project. And we launched right into one of my biggest weaknesses, my video. I had a lot of trouble with this and I need to practice. Definitely some more that I can improve. Um, I was planning on doing a video at the very beginning. I had a big plan for doing it. And then I had feedback from my um, SMEs that they would prefer not to see a video. And in the end, I decided to try it, but need to work some more on that. Um, let's see. So we start with the goal of resilience. And I really wanted to include my idea was to kind of, do the research on all the best theorists in the science of resilience and then give the parents the information and choices about what strategies they would like to have. So I tried to feature several uh, of the specialists, show a very short clip from their talks, and then as you'll see later on, I give them the option of watching the whole thing. All right, so then I say that we'll look at the strategies in the next module. I didn't want to make the first module too long so that hopefully they would keep going. Next, this was my way of including extra optional resources so they could see the books and where they can get them, that they're not that expensive, and they can click to see the full video of the one from I started where I ended with the clip so they could see the full video. Or they can go on to see the next specialist and just kind of a real short part about what she does. She talks about Carol Dweck is the expert on growth mindset, and so a video that explains growth, we can all learn and grow. Then the big expert these days is Angela Duckworth. I show a very short clip from her video, and I didn't follow up with a longer clip in this part because I'm going to show some other short clips later in other modules from her. That explaining you're almost done. 3 questions, keep them going. Now, this is one thing that did not work as I had planned. I really don't think this is a very authentic way of showing this, but I didn't know how else to kind of tie in how you can remind yourself that you're only seeing just a flash of people's lives on Facebook, only the happy things, and people don't post the bad things. So I tried to give them choices of how they could respond, and also that realistically, no, they're not going to choose this. So going with offering the learners choices, and very simple. Hopefully this works is not working. Yep. And for all of the above is correct. Going on. And this is a simple drag and drop that if we choose the wrong things, it should not work. There we go. And then if we choose the right things, it should. There we go. I know that should be easy, but it took me forever to figure it out. Then showing them congratulations, you have completed it, and click to this page to give them an idea, a sense of where they are in the course. And then again, choice, they can either explain, whoops, oh shoot, hang on a minute. They can find out here, do they want to choose to go on now, or do they want to come back later? If they want to choose to go on now, they click this button and go to module 2. Kind of reinforcement of what we learned in the last module, that these are the characteristics, but now we're going to get into the strategies for how we can grow optimism and gratitude. This is another expert on positivity, difference between positive and negative emotions. Let's try to find a graphic way to show that very simply. The mind has to follow the body. This, again, simple things. It took me forever, but I thought that this is one slide that I thought was fairly effective. I really don't have many photographs. I wish I had more of those in here, but this is to show that a very effective strategy, because the mind does have to follow the body, is to make yourself smile even though you don't feel like it. This, I like this interaction, but I wasn't happy with my pictures here. I did actually reach out to the researcher and got permission to use the pictures from her. This is a good picture of the real smile. Originally, the research has 3 pictures of this girl. This is her fake smile. This is her smile stick smile, and then she was smiling with chopsticks. But several of my, which I thought was a better, so I had like fake smile here, chopstick smile here, and the smile stick here. Several of my SMEs said that I should show a real smile and then fake smile, and leave the chopstick one out and just shows the smile stick smile. So that's what I went with. I wish I had ideally all the same person doing the smiles, but I don't. I was just trying to find different design ways to show, to keep interest in my Keller ID model. So, more strategies. This you gotta love. This is the easiest thing to make and articulate is these what they call them, these little triggers here. So I don't know though if this is if I made it too crowded, is this too much information on one page? I meant to ask my pilot testers about this one and I didn't. So, but at the same time, I thought it would be too much if I had, 8 different slides, one after the other, of the longer explanations when they're fairly simple ideas, like write down 3 things in a journal every day. Another short video clip from Angela Duckworth. This is something that I just wanted them to be able to kind of virtually commit to choosing to try a couple of the strategies. So originally I had made it so it was like toolbox and trash can, and then I realized, no, probably a father would not be very down with pulling the rosary into a trash can. So hopefully they will try a couple of these things, and they can put as many or as few as they want in here. At first I was going to tell them just do 1 or 2 to start with, but the one problem with this was that Articulate is not set up to just let people choose at will, really, and still say it's correct. So instead of having the Articulate correct come up no matter what they put in here, they get a screen saying, great, remember to the importance of practicing these strategies so they become habit now. This is the forgiveness expert, and I thought this would be a good place to do both positivity and forgiveness resources. This interaction works well for when it comes out, but it doesn't slide back very nicely, but I couldn't figure out a way to do that. I did like the graphics and the way I was able to keep things um, kind of simplistic here. Hopefully that will help to emphasize and help people to remember kind of scaffolding. Stop, replay the tape, same here, because there are just kind of a couple concepts that are a lot alike. The first, forgiving yourself, then forgiving other people. And then including the church's sacraments for forgiveness. Pray for those who persecute you. This I set up as kind of like a puzzle. I felt there were concepts that kind of linked together, so I was trying to make it look like they show how they kind of piece together here. Unfortunately, from that in between that last slide and this one is not as smooth as I could get in, it looks actually animated to perfection in PowerPoint, but not in Articulate. I thought the graphics here kind of go with Keller's, attention grabbing idea to make people think about things in a different way. And this video, the message is great. It's a terrible video because it's very grainy, very old. Will Smith, probably 20 or 30 years ago. And so the video isn't great, but it's very short. It's like less than a minute, I think. So I don't think it's too annoying being so old. Again, not that great moving across shot, but and then this part, I actually, in the end, I'm thinking maybe this should even go in a late rather than having it here. Maybe I should even put these, it's like 6 slides, and wondering if it's almost a bit of a different concept, that this could go in its own very short module and give more, maybe some other examples, and just talk about it more, because this is really an important concept. And this part, I made these by putting the little markers that that flash, so that I don't have to say click here all the time. Because I don't know that people, if they just saw a circle like this, would know to click. And I just cover them with a hotspot, so that's how these work. But this is very wordy and hard to understand what it really shows without the videos. So then I have the expert in this from University of Pennsylvania. These are 2 books that she helped write, and they're specifically about building optimism in children. Actually, the one on the left is, the other one would be more for parents, so to help them as well, since modeling optimism is important. And then here it goes through the 4 different concepts with different very short videos. But again, because this is an important concept and kind of a lot to it, I'm thinking maybe I should move this could really, I think, be expanded a little bit and be its own module. Into the next module. And again, reinforcing from the first, from the Dr. Hone information. And then basically you just have, in this one, only get the choice between doing the obviously wrong thing and the obviously right thing. So positive reinforcement, and go. Again, you see now you've completed 2, and you have the choice to keep going to module 3 or not. So basically that's it. Definitely my biggest weakness is my video. I really had decided not to do it, and if I had more time to work on it, it would be better. So I definitely have to go back and revisit that. But I just didn't want to bore people by just having them watch me talk. So that's it. Open to and looking forward to any feedback that you have. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.